Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Zelda Speedruns. For those just joining us, we are back with the Zelda Randomizer Standard Tournament 2024. We've got a quarterfinals match here. MiRai versus Tyvarius. We just finished game one. We're back for game two. I'm Sarah, and Eleanor is joining me again here. Looking forward to a good match.
Oh, it has to be a good match with how good the previous one was. It was close all the way up to the end. Tyvarius squeaking out a win. We'll see if he can get the second win in advance, or we're going to move on to a game three at a later date.
Absolutely here. That should be fun. But yeah, for those who missed it, Ty just barely edged out the win on MiRai there. Bit of GP routing at the end, more or less making the difference. And we'll see how game two goes for both runners.
We had the free glove last time. I'm rooting for Obnoxious Glove once again this time.
Yeah, let's see something a little bit different. Last time, free glove, the map wasn't terrible. Just get your stuff and go was more or less how that seed went. Wasn't anything particularly trolly. And we'll see how this one turns out.
We'll be off in just a second here.
And I see everyone here in chat looking forward to the match here. And let's see how this goes. We have an immediate canyon.
Is it immediate boots? It is not.
The river canyon here looks like we're starting on the eastern shore. I want to say kind of midway down the map, might be towards the northern end, a little hard to tell.
Yeah, no caves that look like they go across so far, but plenty of item caves, including another one in sight on the west coast.
Yeah, we also have an item cave here for both runners right now. Red Dyras, and a level for Ty, and a magic shower. Okay, part in magic early, not too bad. Neither is a free pair of boots, but yeah, there's worse things to get.
Yeah, MiRai taking the up A so that he can go south. Tyvarius walking out probably to go north. So gonna see a divergence here with a heart container cave for MiRai and a P4 for Ty. Also P2 or 5. He didn't check in, now he is. It's 2.
And Mito has thunder in it.
Gonna need some medicine for that, but he is not gonna go get the hint yet. Presumably waiting to see if he can come in with fairy or jump.
And we've got Saria here, which is a north-south Saria, vaguely interesting on a canyon like this. And we can't go further. There is a hard boots locked town, it looks like, on that northeast corner.
That or we gotta find Bagu's Woods. We didn't get a Bagu's Woods hint. He didn't check that woods there, so...
No, it could be that, although we also don't know if we can get to the other side of Saria without boots, given this is a river canyon.
Yeah, well, I mean, if Bagu is in an accessible location, you can definitely cross Saria, unknown if that's a thing that's even possible.
Yeah.
The runners could go get the Bagu hint if they wanted, but not going to do that quite yet.
Fairy cave from back to front for Ty. We found GP and the raft tile on the southern end of the eastern shore for MiRai, as he is now up and is heading north himself.
He's going to find all of the same things.
Yep. We do know where all four towns and all three palaces are, because the fourth town is just south and west of Mito there.
We'll see if this cave for Ty actually lets him get over to it. $200 in the dark. And he's just taking levels.
Glove for MiRai.
Said not free glove. Sigh. Oh yeah, Kate. Ty's cave just does take him to the other end. Sorry, so Bagu not required. Right, it is going to get the hint here for Thunder. It is going to be in 2. 2? No, 3. 3 Banana rides.
I was about to say, I think you've got your passes fixed.
Yep.
Ty won game 1.
We're gonna see Saria here. Gonna find out it's Fairy. Ty, meanwhile, getting Fairy. See, MiRai likes to listen to my advice. Wisely gonna check this hint. Bagu is in Center Wood, so I bet that wood's right next to him is where Bagu is.
Pretty good chance, yeah, because he's kind of in the middle of the map right now.
Yeah.
Got a bridge tile here in the northwest corner, and that town in the northeast corner is very much hard boots locked, confirmed there.
Okay, so good to know. Ty is now on the maze.
Straight to the maze.
He's gonna check it.
I mean, he's here. He was just gonna up A anyway out of that spot on the west. He's not backtracking all the way back. And Raph is also
sighting?
on the maze.
Okay. Still haven't found either of our caves that connect us anywhere. There's the other 3 or 6.
I don't think we saw either 3 or 6. We saw P2, P4, and GP on the west.
Was it? Oh, that's right. It was 2, 4, and GP. Okay, my brain is already starting to mix up. Seeds here.
It's okay.
And so far, Ty finding a whole lot of nothing here in maze. Not encounters, not items, just nothing.
Nope. Okay, Life in Rudo, which was the one on the middle of the western coast. And which means that Rauru is hard boots locked on the northeast corner.
Right, getting absolutely trolled in Trophy Cave by this Moa.
Oh yeah. I did actually catch how he got here. I assume he... What did he took a bridge over to the side of the...
Oh, is that the bot?
That hurts. First item for Ty.
It tried to turn back around and get him, but he had a beam out. Okay, gets a 500 and a 50 for his efforts. Ty gets a 1-up, which he immediately spends.
And good thing Ty picked that up because that would have been a game over otherwise.
Yeah, he'll be able to get back to the palace, hopefully without too much effort to take that up A.
Mm-hmm. And there's a cave to DM, which is not quite the thing you wanted to see necessarily.
Yeah, but MiRai spotted this suspicious-looking cave pointing north, realizes it's Hammer Cave, doesn't even want to go in. He's like, nah, forget that noise. He's like, my glove is in the west. I don't need to check that.
It might be right here, as we do see another hard boots. Well, I think the southwest corner is also hard boots locked on this canyon there from MiRai, because he's got a wall of mountains between him and going further south.
Given that looks like this looks like the end of his path, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets this medicine cave, turns around, does Hammer Cave, and up A's out of Hammer Cave, just so he doesn't have to clear it twice.
All right, Ty's found the second item, which is a raft. Good find.
This is just going to take him further and further off of being on the west, and knowing that the glove is there, knowing that he doesn't have it, it's got to be concerning to him.
Yeah, that's the child for MiRai, which means the glove is the final item cave outstanding on the west here. I'm not sure where it is, but that's where that's at.
Maybe boots blocked.
Our
glove may not be as free as we thought.
No. We do know the northeast corner is hard boots locked and Rauru is up there. We also know the southeast corner is, or the southwest and northeast corners are hard boots blocked. Okay, yeah, that was MiRai taking a bridge to get over to this part of the map. I was wondering how you got there.
Yeah, and he's not gonna do Hammer Cave. He's aware of where it is, just doesn't want to spend the time. I don't blame him. Mm-hmm. And yet, if Ty didn't have the hint for the glove being on the west, I think he for sure would have gone on that raft. But
he doesn't.
You really just want to get the glove. He doesn't have the glove hint?
No.
Oh, interesting.
He didn't. It's not on his personal tracker, at least. I think he was just down to his last life, and getting all the way back to the raft tile was going to take him quite a while.
Okay, so MiRai checks the rest of the accessible western part of the canyon, does not find that last item cave.
Nope. We haven't seen anything boulder blocked either that I can remember, so I think it's just boots locked. Probably in the southwest corner, possibly the northeast corner.
Yes, so either Death Mountain or that raft through Maze Island may turn out to be our progression out of here.
No, the raft we saw the raft tile by GP. The raft is actually garbage. That's the other thing.
Oh, it's just okay. I didn't see the other there. It's just garbage. Okay.
The raft and GP are on the southern end of the eastern shore, so it's southeast corner essentially.
So yeah, just nothing. That makes sense because the bridge was all the way up in the northern end, so you'd have to find the raft on the top. MiRai, thinking here, doesn't know where to go, but he is on the right track. I think it's just this cave right at the other end of this bridge. It's going to take him north.
No, he's taking the same bridge. Well, he's taking the same bridge as Ty right now.
Yeah, but I think Ty went north up the cave, and MiRai went south down the coast, is what happened before, unless I'm wrong.
Might have been, yeah, actually. I think you're right. And no, MiRai is heading south again.
Changes his mind about the ferry. You think he's going back to Death Mountain?
I think that's where MiRai's going, yeah.
And Ty just going to check all of these remaining places that MiRai had checked.
And yeah, I do believe that I think we have to go look at DM because I think we've seen everything accessible on the west. Looking for a connector cave, and it's not on Maze Island, so I think the cave to the east has almost certainly got to be on DM. There's not much land left on this west, honestly.
Which is not great. It's not really what MiRai's looking for.
This Maze Island layout's also just kind of not Maze Island. DM layout is not the friendliest looking. And I want to say this is a mountainous DM today.
Yeah, MiRai doing a little bit of extra experience hunting wants to make sure that he gets this level. Sure, he's thinking, if this is boots, I'm up-Aing out of here. He doesn't want to have to backtrack even further to try and finish that attack 4 off.
By getting a whopping 2 experience from the enemy there.
Oh, see the MiRai, little bit of waiting there, very much worth, because that bot was going to knock him into the pit.
Yep.
I doing the despawn. MiRai just plowing through. It's a candle. Well, I gotta say, if you're gonna have to navigate through this whole DM, candle not a terrible pickup.
There's worse things, yeah, for sure, but Rothard is probably would have preferred a pair of boots.
Yeah, boots are definitely what he'd want, but not gonna find it.
No. So back out both runners go. Time to go look for... well, it's gotta be a cave around here somewhere. Trouble. Shift and Lighted Down there up A, they both know at this point, they're basically... well, Tydo hasn't fully explored the western shore of the west yet, but yeah, I think he has a pretty decent idea at this point, and MiRai does know for sure that they need to go dig DM. MiRai's seen everything he can do on... MiRai, well, okay, MiRai hasn't seen all of the maze, Ty hasn't seen all of the west, but between them we know that there's really no other way through this map. You have to dig DM for a cave to the east. No clue where this cave to the east is, but... it should be here somewhere.
Probably gonna be on the southern side of this caldera. And that is where MiRai is headed.
Yeah, I just realized that this is actually a caldera, not a mountainous map.
It's hard to tell from without going a little bit south and taking a look, but...
yeah, we know for sure as a ratio between the two runners that it has to be a cave to the east. We know the raft and the bridge both go to Maze Island, and so it has to be caves for DM east access.
I don't
And we
think...
also have seen everything on the maze and just about everything that's accessible without boots on the west. So child from Ty. So yeah, this should be a cave to the east somewhere.
Do these
Not
right-facing caves here match up? I don't think they do. I think there's too many of them.
That's a good question, honestly.
I was just sort of eyeballing it, but I think there's too many. Nope. Okay.
No.
There are the right number of right-facing caves. And wow, Attack 4, a big upgrade from Attack 3. Sort of melting those red Dyras.
Yeah.
And
Ty taking a pasture cave that he didn't want to take.
Yeah, he was hoping that the answer is elsewhere on this east, or on this west, but he is wrong. It's in Death Mountain.
Yep.
I like this. I like this cave. I think that there's a decent chance this next cave going right when you just exit here and go a little bit north is the one. Can't really see where it's going, but he's already gone pretty far east on this map.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Ty's now picked up his cross, which means looking at his personal tracking, he's now found everything but the glove, which we know has.
It just keeps going.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, for this DM.
You have to take it, I think.
You have to.
If this is the way, this is going to be absolutely awful to double dip if they have to.
Yeah.
They're going to do everything in their power to not have to double dip this. Ty taking the raft, maybe having forgotten where it goes, or maybe just wanting to go back to the maze.
It's a 3 or a 6 here. I don't know why he's going back there right now, but he is.
So now Mirai's going to take this bottom cave to go and loop around to the next thing. It's a really, really linear path, and who knows what's at the end of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm confused where Ty's going.
I think Ty might be confused where Ty's going.
Probably. Sorry, has fairy in it today, BT.
He's just gonna do P3. I mean, this could be boots, right? We don't know where the boots are.
Yeah. Actually, that's a point. Ty can do palaces. It wasn't tracked until a second ago, but Ty does have the fairy spell, and I vaguely remember making a mental note it's castable, so no clue what the cost is. Apparently about 40.
Oh, and man, MiRai, that whole path just loops around again. He's gonna go back through the caldera and check the north side of the mountain.
Yep.
That is rough.
Yeah, that is rough for MiRai. Ty getting a key there, which is nice in this 3 or 6.
Yeah, only one cast on Magic 3, not surprising at 5 bars.
It might be 2 casts of fairy. I think he took a hit from an enemy that stole some magic.
Okay, so hard to say.
Fairy is either just barely castable or just barely not castable. I didn't quite catch the number on that menu, but I want to say it's right about 40, 2.5 bars, give or. I'm not sure the over/under on the half part is the issue. And this is a 6, it looks like.
MiRai getting Octorocked, but still has 2 lives remaining. Okay, there's a rock sighting. But not the way. I think MiRai needs to exit, go north, and take that northern cave, and he is just looking absolutely dejected at how awful this DM is.
This one's pretty bad. And yeah, Nux, this is P6. We saw Windows a minute ago for Ty, so it is confirmed a P6 here.
The good news for MiRai is this is almost certainly required. The only other possible thing would be if one of these palaces had the boots and you needed the boots to get to a cave all the way up in the northeast of the canyon.
Or southwest corner, I think, one or the other. There's a little bit on the southwest corner that's available.
Alright, come on. This last cave, all the way up here, pointing out into the ocean. Let's see it. Exit. Hey!
There we go. I want to say we've got a vanilla-like east at first glance. Spell, Molt Kasudo.
And MiRai, like I said, he's going to pick up everything he can. He is going to make absolutely sure he does not need to make that trek again. But without having picked up Fairy Spell, unless he can find an any key, he's not going to be able to clear the palaces here, and he is going to have to go through the mountain again.
Yep.
He's just praying for a key at this point.
T6 has a flute for Ty, which is, well, could be useful.
Has a questionable value. We have seen a couple races this tournament with a flute requirement, but we do have 3-eyed rock shuffle on, so it could be anything.
Yep. Taita gave one. I thought I'd updated the stream layout, but apparently not. It's now up to date.
I confirmed in P6 here.
Yeah, we saw Windows a couple minutes ago. Magic Jar from MiRai is nice, and Risen Feedback Cave.
Yep, notably not a key. Or boots.
Nope.
See, any key or boots would be big wins for MiRai, because it would speed up, either allow him to not have to do the double dip, or speed up his revisits by being able to easily move up and down that canyon.
Yep. Okay, Desert Tile here. Yeah, this is definitely a vanilla-like east. We end up on the far northeast corner, which means we're hiking everywhere on this east today.
Okay, another container. That's going to put the basement definitely in logic.
Head south here on the western side of the map for MiRai, and Ty is done with P6. We're going to be done shortly.
He's attack 2. He's going to be careful here.
Okay, MiRai has got a pass-through cave.
This could take a while.
Yeah, Barba's not fast on attack 2, admittedly.
MiRai, having taken a bunch of attack and life levels, decides he might as well start working up his magic.
Yep.
Oh man, this east sucks.
That's kind of gross. That's kind of gross. MiRai definitely wishes he had his boots right about now.
Meanwhile, Ty still has not even taken the first bar off of Barba. There we go. There's the first bar. This is going to take a bit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Barba is just tanky, especially on attack 2.
Alright, so P3 for MiRai, gonna take his up A.
And Dew of Nibiru with shields in it right next to P3.
We are now halfway done on Barba.
I think Barba had started with a little bit of extra health as well. So
almost certainly, but still. I mean, Ty is doing good work. He's getting, 5-6 hit cycles here.
Yeah.
It's just going to take him 100 hits to kill it. Oh, that was spooky.
Yeah, it's slow, but it is working.
Just gotta stay out of the lava and everything's fine.
But Ty does get the benefit of not having to come back to Maze Island ever, which is good, even if this is really, really slow. And depending on how much experience Barba gives, he might be able to get a second level out of this.
It's pretty likely. It would have to be a double down roll. I guess we also don't know what the Foster War. Oh no! And that's the biggest cost of attack 2 Barba, is that's just like 2 minutes in the trash can.
Chad kinda cursed it there. Alright.
I mean, MiRai had an even bigger time loss in DM, so it's just going to bring our runners a little bit more even with each other.
I mean, we don't know what route Ty's gonna take in DM when he gets there. It's possible Ty also explores the southern side as, alright.
So MiRai finding 500 point blue Lizalfos is a pretty good pickup.
MiRai on the far southern side of the east now. Pretty open-ended here. Hopefully he doesn't miss anything major.
Speaking of missing anything major, that's a big lake! It's boots blocked! You need the boots for the east! What is going on?
I was about to say, I think that this also looks rather watery, so boots, well, yeah, apparently are required to go across the southern side of the map.
Was this a star seed? Is this a certifiable star seed?
Yeah.
Alright, we did it.
Yeah, this is a bit of a sticker.
Meanwhile, Ty has once again reached the halfway point on Barba.
Yep. I'm just gonna not comment so I don't comms curse him.
Right, working his way back through. Gonna kill some more blue iron knuckles. Gonna get some good experience from that. Oh, just an absolute troll lever. All right, and MiRai looking for something. I don't know how much more there is here. I hate to say it. I think the answer might be in P4.
Okay, phew. Ty does get Barba down. Does not jump in the lava a second time.
And MiRai is just throwing up his hands. He hasn't found his way to the maze. He hasn't found his way to the other side of Saria to get Fairy Spell.
Yeah. Because the bridge, there's a bridge and a raft to the maze. The raft is on the maze, unfortunately. So you have to take the bridge. And the bridge is in the far northwest corner, which requires a series of connector caves to get to, and Ryan just hasn't done said chain of connector caves yet.
Yeah, and Tyvarius, he doesn't want to do... He just doesn't want to do DM. He's gonna go into P2.
I don't blame him, honestly. For Ty.
Oh, Ty, yeah, sorry.
This is a rather bright shade of green on his side. Not quite neon, but it is pretty bright.
Yeah, very saturated. Meanwhile, MiRai has taken a different route down now, and it's still...
No, he saw the other side of that bridge. He just took the other pass through, keep that cave down from the northern side. And it just leads
to the same spot. Yeah, I think the middle and the southern segment here in the east are both boots blocked.
I believe so. Yeah, those middle and southern.
Yeah, and MiRai's...
I like to call it thirds, but yeah, middle and southern sides of the parts of the east are both hard boots locked.
Yeah, and he's back on the west, and he doesn't know where to go.
Nope.
He was checking that forest there, right? He's got the hint that Bagu's Woods is in the middle. It's in his mind that he could cross Saria via Bagu's Woods.
But he has to find Bagu's Woods as part of the problem in this situation.
Yeah, he did get the hint. He knows that it is a middle woods, which means that it is in the center third, both north, south, and east, west of the map. But that could still be in a number of places.
Yeah, especially
or it could be right here.
Yeah, I was gonna say too, with a canyon map, especially, it can be a little difficult to navigate between different patches of woods. But he did find the correct patch.
And I was gonna say, like I had said from the beginning, when they were next to Saria the first time, that it looked like this woods just to the south was going to be the one, and it is. So MiRai is going to find a way across Saria, not the way across Saria.
Here's Helmet Head for Ty. I would expect him to stick around for the item at this point, though.
I think you have to. I mean, he knows the answer isn't in the maze. It's either here in 2 or it's in 4. I mean, he doesn't know that, but yeah, well, MiRai's already, I mean, they both already checked.
Actually, no, they both know, yeah, because they have cameras.
So there has to be in either here in 2 or in 4, there has to be a hammer, a boots, or I think that's it. Well, I guess Ty has Fairy Spell, so it also could be in the Eastern Palaces as well. MiRai couldn't do those because he didn't have Fairy Spell, but
I think we only saw one palace on the east. It was P3.
Okay. Yes, but again, that's still a possibility. So
yeah,
2, 3, or 4 has to contain something that's progress.
And no, P3 is the medicine with a hint, which leads to Thunder. It's required, but that's
so not P3. So we're back to 2 or 4, and yeah, Ty, as expected, not gonna leave 2 without the item.
Yeah, and here's Fairy for MiRai, who doesn't. Well, just kind of neutral facial expression there, but probably not. I don't think he's the happiest about getting Fairy 30 minutes.
I know how to read MiRai's facial expressions. He is furious right now. When MiRai is, yelling, he is a little bit mad. When he is just dejected and sitting back in his chair, he's just absolutely done with this. He's cursing me. He's cursing you.
He's cursing probably. Yeah, he's not thrilled about that. Ty finding a dead end in 2 here. And MiRai has finally found the maze.
Okay,
he will find a 1-up in a raft, which he will also see the raft tile here and go, oh, for heck's sake, game. He's probably still hoping from his side. He hasn't quite seen the raft tile just yet. There it is. He was probably hoping until a second ago that the raft would get him off to get him somewhere else on the east, but no such luck.
Man, this has been a cruel one.
This has been a pretty nasty scene, yeah. This can be one of the harder Zeldas for sure, yes, Ludus. Ty up being out of 2, did you see a glove lock in there, or?
I don't know. One of the things about Zelda 2 is that the combat is really, can be difficult, but it's also really fair, right? It's almost entirely deterministic. It's really responsive. So with a little bit of practice, it becomes not nearly as bad. And both of these runners, of course, have an absolute ton of practice.
Oh, for sure.
I think MiRai is almost certainly if not already approaching a member of the 1,000 Seed Club.
Oh, for sure. Ty is double-checking this part of the map, and then I think he's gonna be off to DM.
Yeah, he's gonna have to be off to DM. From his perspective, does he want to go dig the item out of 4 and force himself to do a double dip? Or does he want to do DM where, you can get to the east, and from his perspective, there could be all kinds of stuff in the east. What he really doesn't want to have happen is the exact thing that happened to MiRai, for him to spend a whole bunch of time running around the mountain doing nothing, getting to the east, finding out he can't do anything there, only to have to go all the way back to the west and do P4. If that happens, honestly, they're pretty, neck and neck again. But we're going to see MiRai do this palace, almost certainly.
I'd have to imagine so. MiRai knows he's boots blocked out of everything at this point. Ty is in DM and is going south, which we know is the fast track to a dead end.
Yeah, I mean, one side of it, when you go south, you can go west, which is a dead end, or you can go east, which is a big old loop. Which is even more exciting than a dead end, because it's like a 5 cave long loop.
So sometime back to MiRai here, since Ty is going the wrong way at the moment.
So MiRai gonna catch up on palaces. He's gonna do this. He's almost certainly gonna do both. He's gonna do 2 next, but MiRai knows for certain. This is the big difference. After MiRai's done 2 and 6, he will know for certain that even though, you know, resigning yourself to a double dip on 4 is pretty awful, there won't be another choice. Assuming 2 is actually glove blocked, which not 100% certain of that, but Ty seemed convinced, then progress is definitely going to be 4. What's really funny is if the progress that's in 4 is the glove, then you have to come back to 2.
No, glove is hinted.
There was a hint. Oh, that's right. Glove is in the glove is in the west, so it would have to be the boots
or the hammer for Spec Rock.
Yeah.
But yeah, glove is hinted to be on the west, which it has to be a boots blocked cave somewhere just plain silly.
Yeah, it's probably just all the way in one of the corners you just can't get to.
Both the north, we've seen the northwest and southeast corners. The southwest and northeast corners are boots blocked. The northeast corner has Rauru in it. Either the glove is right next to it, or is it the exact opposite end of the map? Not sure which.
Yeah. With the
We
boots,
saw
be a quick
enough
check.
of the northeast corner to see a town there, which has to be Rauru because we've seen the other 3. I saw enough of the southwest corner to know that there is land boots blocked down there, but I have no idea if there's a cave down there because of the things. So we'll
thankfully,
see later.
it's a quick route down the canyon either way to check them once you have the boots. Ty up Aing, Ty correctly determining a little bit faster than MiRai that the south end of that base island is just a loop. Doesn't want to check the north side. I think he's going to go to 4, and if he does, that's going to be a big play for him.
Yeah.
Because that's going to, if he does go to 4, that'll mean that he won't have to do the double dip on going to the east.
Mm-hmm. Loop picked up from MiRai, who does also have both ferry and the raft tracker.
Yeah, unfortunately, that flute, not useful so far. Man, if that flute turns out to be required after you get the boots, it will be extremely silly.
Oh, for sure.
But in a vanilla-like, when they already have access to all 3 segments, I don't think it's going to be that bad. Because you know you can get to the other side with the... It might save a little bit of time if it connects the western side of those bottom 2 segments, but...
Red rock might be a thing, though.
Yeah, we've only seen 1 palace, so... Okay, Ty not doing 4. Ty he up-A'd just to not have to go back through the caldera. I don't know if that was faster or not, but not too much slower either way.
Probably pretty close, I think, on the timing. And I get Ty not wanting to go into P4 without Reflect too.
Yeah, man, he is just spending as much time in this DM as MiRai did. And he's gonna get to the east, and he's gonna be stuck just like MiRai was. As much as MiRai is like really bummed about this is gonna end up being kind of equivalent between Ty and MiRai.
They're gonna be pretty close by the time they both get stuck.
Yeah, it's gonna save a lot of time. Yeah, attack 4.
Yeah. Well, MiRai's also probably gonna. Well, MiRai is also on kind of low health here, so.
Yeah, but
the actual fight is going to be a lot faster.
It's going to be minutes faster if he avoids the death. And even if he takes a death here, it'll still be quite a bit faster. This attack 4 is just, in a relative sense, melting Barba.
Yeah, Barba's going down really fast to this attack 4 here.
Yeah, like 20, 30 seconds instead of 4 minutes. It's a pretty big time gain for MiRai.
Yeah. I mean, Ty made the correct play to beat Barba while he was here, but it wasn't good time. It wasn't big time sink.
I don't blame him for going into 6. He really needed to, like, it was the right play at the time. I don't blame him for fighting Barba while he was here. Like, those were correct plays. It just sucks.
It did, yeah.
All right, so is MiRai... The sensible play for MiRai is to go to 2. If MiRai is like really like, man, I feel absolutely so far behind, I'm going to gamble 4.
This is a play to 2. I think that's the northern of the 2 palaces.
Yeah, and this makes sense. This is a sensible thing to do. So maybe we can watch on MiRai's side this time and see if see if he's changing his mind.
No, we're not. Okay, we're leaving.
Oh, I see.
He's gonna get downstab and thunder first, or just downstab. He hasn't been P3.
Sure, but getting downstab is nice.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You can save a little bit of time up-Aing out of here. I think. Probably
up-Aing is probably faster because this is right north of start.
He's just gonna walk it out. I guess he doesn't have all the hints here.
It's not a huge difference either way, time-wise.
Yeah. Alright, so Ty gonna get his magic container, and as he's walking through here, I'm sure he's just thinking, alright, where's progression? Where's my palaces? Where's my boots? Not
here is going to be the answer.
The answer to where's progression is in P4. Or possibly in this P2 if it turns out that it is not in fact locked.
It's possible he just bailed prematurely to go look for elsewhere for progression.
Yeah, well, MiRai absolutely knows for sure that progress has to be in one of these 2 remaining palaces, and so I think there's 0 chance we will see MiRai leave here without being absolutely certain that there's wow, Minigoom very dangerous.
Yeah, middle third of the east now for Ty, who sees the left side. He can't go left there due to without boots. There is something over that way, I think. And he's gonna find out in a couple of minutes that the southern side, the southwest side, is also completely boots blocked. Because game's got, jokes?
Yeah, he doesn't know it at this point. I'm pretty sure MiRai is ahead.
Yeah, MiRai is ahead at this point in
I'm sure if you asked him, he would say there is absolutely no way I'm possibly ahead here. But they, in reverse order, have just fallen for all of the same trolls.
Yep. Yeah.
Tyvarius picking up the water as a fairy. For reasons.
Both runners know P3 of medicine. Has the medicine.
Yeah. Ty will probably do P3 while he's here. Just because...
Yeah, he's here. But...
Yeah, and, you know, you do need the medicine. Might as well clear it while you're here, but it is not going to be progression at the moment.
No. Side note, by the way, Fairy is 32 at Magic 4. Not too bad.
That's very nice.
Castable 3 times, in fact, on 6 bars of magic.
Yeah. Looks like it's slightly cheaper at Magic 5. Maybe like 30?
Maybe? I'm not... Yeah, it looks like it was a hair under 2 bars, yeah. And 32 is 2 bars exact.
Not going to be enough to give him a 4th cast, but...
No, he'd have to knock the fairy down quite a bit to be able to cast it 4 times on this magic level. And we do have a Revo here for Ty. He will go back in for this medicine because it locks Thunder.
MiRai continuing his great journey to the left.
I wasn't here for a couple of minutes earlier, but I don't know that he checked every available path, so...
Yeah, MiRai gonna have another advantage over Ty here too, in that, you know, Ty had not only lower attack levels, but lower magic levels, was a lot more restricted in how he could go through this palace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I wonder if it might not have just been like a key block that sent Ty out of here earlier. He wasn't here like 30 minutes ago, so I really don't remember. Maybe not 30 minutes ago, but it's like been like 15-20 minutes since Ty was in here, so I don't really remember where he went.
Yeah, MiRai gonna backtrack I think Ty also did this. Yeah, I think there's there's that glove fairy block, but I think MiRai like looked at it and decided he didn't want to do it. I'm not sure how he feels. So here's an elevator. He's thinking about what he wants to do. I don't know well enough to know if he's seen the other side of that room yet or not.
Me neither.
But I definitely trust MiRai to know better than me. Partially because his memory better, and partially because it's always a lot easier to remember the route when you're the actual one playing the seed.
Yeah. And especially, too, because we're looking at both screens at once. They each only have their own screen, of course.
Yeah. Okay, so he's been in this room before. It looped him around. I think down here led to that glove fairy block. But he does have fairy. He can go through it. This may be Ty. I don't know if Ty went through this room because he may have not had enough magic.
Yeah, Ty just looped here in this P3. I was like, this seems unusually large for a 3.
Yeah, that's it. This is the item room. Ty just didn't have enough magic to get this item, and if this is the boot, it's the boot!
Oh, that's a big edge for Ty. Boots
and
for
MiRai has no reaction on his face. He doesn't know that's huge!
And he heads straight up the coast.
Yeah, I checked
and Ty has been boots blocked out of P3. Ouch. Out of that route on 3.
Oh. Man, this race is completely turned around.
Ty apparently still has a route left in 3, but that was a glove block there, so he might need to come back for this medicine, which would be an ouch.
Yeah, meanwhile, MiRai is going to pick up this spell. He's going to check this corner. He's going to check the other corner if he needs to get his glove. And...
yeah, the glove might be just over to the right, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, J-Lo correct in chat. MiRai is way ahead now.
Oh, yeah. MiRai didn't go right from Rauru, so he thinks that the glove is down here in the corner, which...
It could be.
Yeah, I think it's the south-facing cave. And yeah, I think their medicine is glove blocked in 3, because Ty's out of there.
That is rough.
And no, that cave was not it for MiRai. I think that the glove is back in the northeast corner by Rauru then.
He's going back up to it?
Yeah. Because there was a bit of land to the east of Rauru that MiRai didn't go check the first time for whatever reason, so he's going back.
Yeah. I mean, again, thankfully it's pretty quick. It's gonna be right here. It's gonna be right there. Yep.
Actually, it's just further north. Huh. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, but we knew it was either gonna be buried in that corner or the other corner. So.
Yeah. There was this left.
We do have a hint. This is definitely the glove. So now where do you go from here for MiRai? I think you have to go back east, right?
I mean, he kind of has to. There's no reason big P4 at this point from his perspective.
He doesn't have Reflect, yeah. And now that he has the boots, he has the flute, he's not going to be blocked by anything in the east. He can make sure that he definitely isn't going to have to go back a third time.
Yeah.
See if he remembers the route.
He's about to determine that he's boots blocked.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see a disappointment on his face.
Just a bit. He's going to probably go back north just to confirm that, yes, this place is boots blocked. You're going nowhere, Ty. Back to the west for you.
And then the question for Ty is, does he go into 4 or does he go back into 2? From his perspective, like, you really don't want to go back into 2, but once you give up on it, you're gambling that it's just not the thing at that point. But 4, when you going into 4 when you know that you can't clear it just to try and get the item it just always feels bad.
Absolutely.
Feels bad in vanilla too.
It does.
But at least then you know it's required.
taking this north-facing passage cave just in the hope that there's something that this goes to, which it does not. I'm not even sure where this takes us. Oh, okay. There,
yeah, and MiRai gets a quick clear in this 3, and he is going to be able to find his item.
Yep.
We'll see how long it takes him, though. I don't remember where that glove block was.
Me neither. I just know that Ty ended up in a bit of a loop into a glove locked and then found a glove locked elevator after that. So, and the glove locked elevator, I think at this point, is locking the medicine. Ty is just making absolutely sure that yes, you need the glove, Ty. I'm sorry, but you have to go back to the west and go get your glove. Thinking about it. This is the best of 3 backward Z.
Yeah, Ty won the first one, so if MiRai pulls this one out, we will have a game 3, but not today.
No. Don't think our runners are quite doing a triple header tonight.
Yeah. If they decide to do it, I will not be here.
Me neither.
I suspect this one may have burned them out a little bit too. The first race, was right around an hour. Quick race, pretty straightforward. And Ty is starting to figure out what's going on here at the East and not happy about it.
Yep.
He's gonna. And this is smart though, right? When you think you might have missed something, check your corners, right? Go all the way up onto your edges, make sure you didn't miss something hiding out.
Yep. Because it is easy to do that in vanilla-like maps. We have seen that quite a lot in other races with vanilla-like maps, where because they can be pretty open-ended, it is very possible and not uncommon for someone to just not quite walk far over enough on the map to see something. Or they might see it at the edge of the map, but not register that, oh hey, there's a town over there or something.
It's very similar to DWR in that regard, Slimu. Stuff, randomly generated maps, the places that stuff likes to hide the most, right in the middle and all the way in the corners.
Mm-hmm.
And Ty still has not figured out that it's just not here, and I'm sure he doesn't want this thing to be true, because if it is, it means that he's way behind, and that's accurate. But no, it just sucks. There's one correct thing that you needed to do, and somehow MiRai, despite spending 20 minutes not getting there, still got there first.
Yeah, Ty had the right idea, but decided that it wasn't worth the dig at the time. His high river double of uselessness.
It just doesn't do anything. In 4.4, I posted this preview for a couple people. There's some new options for River Devil to block more kinds of things to try and make him a little bit more useful. But he still hasn't learned those tricks. He's just standing in the middle of nowhere, and Ty is giving up on the East, and that's correct. So are we going to see 4 or 2? That's the big question now. It's 4.
It's going to be a 4, which he already went to 2. This makes sense from him. It just sucks.
It's the correct play for him, right? With what he knows, this is what I'd be doing if I were him. We just happen to know that it's wrong, and it's gonna suck up even more of his time. MiRai is starting to look a little less frustrated now that he's actually able to progress in this scene, but the trolls haven't stopped. We gotta cross a big old swamp here.
Yep, figures. Because, well, I think that might be an item cave, but we also don't really care at this point.
Yeah, he's on the bottom segment right now, and it looks like to get into Valley of Death, you need to be in the middle segment.
Yeah, that's correct.
So he could. That cave probably would have taken him up. Maybe would have taken that up, but he's just going to go backtrack because he knows this path will definitely take him where he wants to go. Take quick up A in P3 to refill his magic. All right, another town available. Yeah, just another swamp, just for good measure.
Yep. And this is P1 here.
55 minutes in the scene. We can finally do P1.
It's been one of those scenes.
Thankfully, MiRai doesn't need any more items. With having found this P1, it does confirm that he is in fact in go mode.
Yep. Yeah, basically. He hasn't got picked up the medicine physically yet, but he doesn't. He knows.
He's picked up the medicine. He did get the medicine.
Oh, never mind. Yeah.
It's just not tracked. But he hasn't turned it in. But he does know where he needs to turn it in. It's just going to be a quick little boot over when he takes his up A off the east.
Yep.
But we're going to see P1 and then Valley of Death, and then he's going to up A out of the valley.
Yeah, P1 here, P5 in the valley, then up A. There's a really fast horse head. Go beat P4, get Thunder, beat the game. Attack 5 making mincemeat of Horsehead.
The Horsehead actually held up a lot. Like, that was a stronger Horsehead than I expected given Attack 5.
True. It's still Horsehead at Attack 5.
Yeah, still Horsehead Attack 5 still does get kind of blown up.
Ooh, for Ty.
I find Hirak but can't do it, and MiRai has taken so much time in this scene that he has decided that he needs a break.
Yeah, MiRai will be right back. He has probably got to use the restroom.
Yeah, I've definitely had to do mid-race. Like, if you gotta go, you gotta go, and holding it is not gonna make you play any better.
No.
But he doesn't. I bet he thinks in his head, I am so far behind, I'm definitely going to lose this race. It doesn't matter if I take a bathroom break. Little does he know, he's in fact so far ahead, it's going to be very hard for him to lose this race, and it doesn't matter if he takes a bathroom break. Yeah, maybe he's just off to preheat the oven. Meanwhile, Ty, unfortunately, this P4 not short. I think this is last life too. Maybe if he does game over, it'll convince him to leave and go back to P2.
Maybe. Has he seen Karok yet?
He has.
Okay, so that's at least something.
Yeah, he does know where Karok is, so when he has to come in, he'll be able to find that route again quickly. MiRai going to take attack 6. Truly a sign of the end times. And he's off to P5. Oh, this is the item room for Ty. Hopefully it's something nice. Hard container. It's not terrible. Yep, and now he... Oh no! He's gonna go back into... Is this? This is 2? Okay. For some reason I was thinking 2 was in the maze. 2 was in the maze last time. Okay, this is correct. Okay. So he is gonna have his boots pretty shortly here. And be back into the swing of things. Unfortunately for him, while he is technically even on gems right now, he is in fact way behind because he needs to go all the way through Death Mountain to the east again. He needs to go get his glove. He's got some catching up to do before he can even put himself back into palaces.
Yeah.
And MiRai finding a nice friendly glove block here in 5 just for the fun of it. And I think Ty has an idea where he needs to go. Yeah, it's here. It's that. Earlier, I think it's that room. I don't. Where is he going? Is that not the room? I'm confused.
I think that might have been Helmut.
Okay, it's a down elevator. He needs to take. There's a down elevator in a tea room that he needs to take. I just don't know which one it is. Is it this one? Yeah, this is the one. But he's going to need to take a death here. And man, he was here so early. If he had enough magic to get through there, he probably would have been done by now. I hate to say it. This is just a really unfortunate set of circumstances. He was in here on just very low magic. And that's sort of the danger of going into a palace with only one cast of fairy per life sometimes, is that you get yourself in these situations where you just can't check a path without spending a bunch of time on an up A.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and Ty is out with his boots, and on to go get his glove.
Yep.
Except he also thinks that, oh no, is he going east? He didn't go get the glove! No, Ty!
Ty,
P5 has glove blocks, Ty!
He doesn't have the glove hidden. I forget where it was at this point, but he doesn't have it, and he's just given up on the last item on the west.
Oh.
Even without the hint, I would get it just because it's so quick to get with boots. He knows it has to be available very freely with boots, but
yeah, and it's on his. It's not like, he missed it. It's on his tracker as still being outstanding. He just. I mean, maybe it's a gamble or something. I don't know, but this is gonna turn out very bad for him.
Yeah.
Speaking of very bad, MiRai has been in this P5 for some time now and keeps finding loops.
Yeah.
But he's going to check this glove block to left. Why is the rando allowed to do this to them? I would say the rando can do anything. It was allowed to do this because Star rolled the seed. I take no blame for this. Technically speaking, I do have a little bit of blame for this. That room that's glove or fairy blocked, I was the one who updated the logic system to allow that to properly be glove or fairy instead of glove and fairy. So that situation would not have been possible without me making those logic updates. So I guess I can take partial responsibility. Yeah, the radio does what it wants, man.
That is also very true.
It's there just on a more serious note, there is logic to make sure that all seeds should always be beatable. But there's no guarantee. It
should be available in a seed like this, that kind of thing.
Yes. The logic in the current version guarantees that every major item is accessible, all heart containers and magic caves are accessible, all palaces can be beaten, and all connector caves can be reached. They may not go anywhere, they may send you in a loop, but you can get to them.
Yes.
How are you gonna pick up fire?
I don't think we know what this is linked to.
We don't. MiRai didn't pick it up. Actually, I think we do know what it was linked to. I think it was Fire Reflect, if I remember correctly.
That would actually be good, because Reflect is in Nugasudo, which is in the south west corner of the east, and Ty's not going there right now.
Yeah, I think we saw that from MiRai's perspective. I can't remember.
Maybe. That would be good for Ty, if that's the case.
MiRai went back up the elevator. He's like, wait, that is actually a good one.
But yeah, so, back it up.
Kind of the worst case scenario for MiRai. This Gimbal wasn't actually that far in. He just checked all the wrong paths first. But thankfully, thankfully for him, he is in fact way ahead.
He is, yeah.
All right, what's MiRai gonna do with this gem? My vote's for burn. It is indeed a burn as he goes back to the west. Oh, sorry, it's fire jump.
Yeah, I was gonna say that looks like fire jump, actually.
Okay. Maybe I'm mixing it up with the previous seed again.
I don't remember what fire was linked to last seed, to be honest. So yeah, Ty's gonna lose some time he's gonna have to go, well, not lose time, he's going to have to go down south again to get to Nugasudo.
Yeah, but he can do one first.
Oh yeah, one's pretty quick here, right?
Yeah, MiRai did this very quickly. Unfortunately for Ty, he is going to look for the glove here.
Yeah, that's the one big thing, is Ty does not have that glove hint. I do, however, quite like this shade of purple we have for P1.
Yeah, it's even with the really saturated colors we had been seeing from Ty's side, it's actually pretty muted, pretty nice to look at. What is going on? I appreciate that fairy from MiRai.
Ty had the same problem in that room, I believe.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, too many beams, I'm out of here.
Pretty much. The enemy random was a little bit rude there.
Yeah, so Ty finding course said just as fast as MiRai did.
Yep. Trails Ty took a really long while to get the glove or boots out of P2.
Yeah,
and doesn't have a glove hit.
A couple of things. Ty did P2 very early and didn't have enough magic to get through a fairy or glove room that was right before the item, so he missed the item. That item turned out to be critically required boots. But before either runner found those boots, both he and MiRai did a huge trip through Death Mountain, going to the east. The east is boots blocked. You can't really do anything there except waste a whole bunch of time. And both runners have to be thinking they're way, way behind. But it turns out only MiRai is.
Yeah. Yeah, the glove is on the west. It's hard boots blocked in the northeast corner, sorry. Well, here's an item room for Ty, at least. MiRai got a hint for it from, I'm not honestly sure where. That hammer is just more of a detour for Ty, unfortunately. He knows where Spec Rock is.
Yeah, MiRai had a hint, but Ty didn't get the hint, and then when he did get his boots, just didn't end up looking for that pea bag cave.
Yeah, I would have even without the hint, just because Ty knows that it's gotta be free somewhere on the west. But
yeah, it's hard to This is second race of the
is.
day. You're an hour into the seed. Sometimes your brain just doesn't work good.
Yeah, for sure. Hint was in House of Nito. Thank you, 3T. That's
okay. Right, doing a little bit of quick math to determine whether he can cast Reflect, Shield, and Fairy. Determines he can. Very nice.
I mean, yes, the hint being in the House of Nito is why Ty missed the hint, because he doesn't check house hints, but I still would have gone and just checked the item after getting boots anyway, because it's pretty quick, and you know it, and he would have known it was most likely available.
Yeah, wet canning with boots you can check real quick.
Yeah, as far as from his perspective, it's hammer blocked, but I would have just checked really quickly anyhow. As 109.35, that's GP for MiRai. So did he pick up Thunder?
I don't think he did. We can get a pause check soon here. This may be giving Ty some time to catch up.
We'll find out when MiRai next menus. It's not marked on MiRai's personal tracker as being picked up, I think.
I think MiRai's brain is just melted. He's just thinking there is no possible way that I'm winning this race, and in fact, he is way ahead.
Even if he doesn't have Thunder, he's still ahead.
Yeah. Okay, he figured it out quickly, thankfully.
And he does not like him. He does not like thrilled with himself.
Only gonna cost him a minute and a half.
Yeah, because Ty still has all of P4 and P5 to clear, which he knows where Karok is. P5 depends on how he routes it, because MiRai took basically every route except for the one to Bunga.
And much more unfortunately, P5 we think is glove blocked, and we know for sure that the medicine in 3 is glove blocked that he needs for Thunder. So he's gonna have to go back to the west and then make another trip through the mountain.
Yeah.
And GP can do some things, but I don't know if that's an amount of time that is possible to catch up. MiRai's going to have a couple game overs here.
Yeah, MiRai has a pretty solid lead. 111.34, second entry, proper entry to GP for MiRai now with Thunder.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah, and MiRai immediately going left. He is convinced he's behind, gonna gamble, and we'll see if that pays off.
Might have been a dead end, but yeah, he got to about here and realized, oh yeah, I don't have Thunder. Whoops.
Okay, so not taking the double left. Okay, so we'll see what he decides at this elevator. He's gonna check the down. Is he gonna commit to it? Yes. And Ty took his up A. He's back on the west, so yeah, I think he's figured out it's gotta be P-Bag. That's where the glove's gotta be. And MiRai looks like his decision definitely paying off. Here's Thunderbird.
Yep. Yeah, you're forced into the first left. He then took the down, went right, went down the glove-locked elevator, and there's T-Bird, basically.
Yeah, so
there's a couple options besides this in GP, so we could have a quick Dark Link. It could be a while, we don't know.
Yeah, it could be lots, especially because the two open paths that he has are both lefts. It's a little less likely that they connect to each other. Oh, no, it's a left and a right. So yeah,
it's left
when
and right.
when he has a left and a right open, the chances of okay, I was going to say the chances of those looping together and holding the rest of the palace is high, but in fact, they contain the entire rest of the palace.
Because we're done.
For a second seed in a row, here's Dark Lake right after Thunderbird, mercifully ending this absolute garbage fire of a seed.
This was pretty bad.
Get your GGs in chat.
GG, MiRai, 13-42, and GG's to Ty as well, who is going to throw the forfeit in here in a sec.
And MiRai just absolutely cannot believe he won that race.
Yep.
I'd like to point out that with how terrible that was, how much time MiRai wasted, still sub 75.
Yeah, not bad despite everything.
These runners at this point in the tournament are just A class.
Yeah.
Game 3, not going to be tonight. But it is going to be happening as MiRai and Ty have split these two races.
Yep. And then the winner, if this goes on to face the winner of Trails Dig Shake, I believe it was.
Yeah, Trails Dig Shake is going to be the match that feeds into this one. So going to be a great match regardless, as we've got Ty in here. GG, man.
Hey.
GG.
That was fun, wasn't it?
Fun is definitely a word I would use to describe one of those two seeds.
Hey, seed 1, it was an East Rush. He stood no chance.
So seed 1, you sort of went back and forth at a bunch of points. You were about 2 minutes ahead coming into GP, and you were ahead coming in. You took the right path. You won the race. That's how it goes.
Pretty much.
And then the second seed. I mean, we can talk more about the second seed when Ryan gets here, but I think you know what happened.
Oh yeah, no, hard last located the boots. Like, I just completely forgot that I hadn't checked that down right in 2. And it was one of those things where by the time I left 2, I'm like, well, if that's it, so be it. And I just decided to go back there last, make a gamble, live by it.
Yeah, and
we got MiRai here too.
Hey, GG, MiRai.
GG.
So we can start off talking about that first race, because I think that one's a little less rage-worthy. Kind of straightforward. You both rust east early, kind of went back and forth on doing some stuff, but it was mostly just a foot race through the palaces. One of the I think P5, Ty got a lucky route and ended up finishing quite a bit earlier than MiRai, and that gave him a couple minutes lead into GP, and ended up doing it.
Right on.
Yeah, in the first seed, I full cleared 2, 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, I think most of those you both full cleared. 5 was a big deal. 5, I don't think was too long for Ty, and you definitely full cleared it. So,
yeah, it's one of those where I don't honestly remember too much about seed 1. I tried to wipe it from my brain before seed 2, otherwise I get seed bleed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we also suffered from that. Kind of forgetting certain things, but
it's all good.
The second seed, oh boy. How far behind did you think you were, MiRai?
I mean, I very far behind. I don't know. I mean, I did honestly feel like if someone was skipping the boots because of the hard boots lock on the east, that there might be a chance. But the fact that I went all the way through DM, I full cleared it top to bottom, bottom to top, to find the connector to the east, and then do all of the east and get nothing out of it, only to come back and learn finally where Center Woods is on the map. And from there, place first gem at 37 minutes or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Professional gamer bailed out by a hard last location of the required boots. So not sure I deserve any G's on this one, man. This one would have been 100% you.
No, I did a very similar thing. Like I full cleared DM, top to bottom, like you said. Cleared the east without boots. I had gone through 2 early with fairy, and then found a loop and said, "Well, screw it. I'm not looking for the item anymore. We got to go." And so yeah, found everything else you could before going back for the boots, and then just now got my glove because I went back and full cleared the east.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. That was one of the other things, Ty. There's a hint for the glove in me, though.
That's all good. That's random.
Yeah, so MiRai got that hint. You went to DM later, so you were in P2 early, but you didn't get those boots, which would have made a huge difference if you had, and then the glove certainly did not help. Although you were pretty solidly behind by the time you got the boots, so the glove did not end up being a significant difference at that point. Not that it helped.
I even forgot to turn in the medicine for Thunder before GP.
I did that
We
in seed
noticed.
1. I forgot to turn the kid in. I went through the I went
Oh,
through
yeah.
the connector. And I'm like, hold on, you
Oh,
got to turn in the
yeah.
kid.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just 2 quarterfinalists doing quarterfinal things. No, I don't know. Not much else to say about it. You know,
Yeah.
2 fun seeds for various reasons back to back, and hell, now check. It's a game 3. What can be better?
I mean, I would say 4 or 5 more of those could be better, but I know we got to move on with the tournament eventually. But
I told MiRai earlier today, hey, let's just each forfeit a seed and play best of 1 instantly into game 3, and look what happened anyway.
Yeah.
well, we look forward to seeing game 3 later.
Yeah, should be a good time. We'll get it figured out.
Yeah,
But
good
GG's
luck
again,
to you
MiRai.
both,
Thanks
for
for throwing
sure.
this on last minute, y'all.
Yeah, GG is always a pleasure. I don't think I have a lot else to say about either seed. Game 1 was pretty straightforward. We all know what happened to game 2. Ellen, are any comments?
Nope, that's all I got. GG's.
All right, GG. I'm gonna take off. We'll figure it
Yeah.
out, man.
Same. We'll catch you
Yeah.
later, y'all. Bye.
Yep, bye. So let's see. Please give both of our runners a follow here. Thank you to MiRai and to Tyvarius. GG's to them both, and good luck to them in game 3. Thanks to Eleanor for joining me on the commentary, and TBT Slacker for tracking game 2 here, as well as Sheepno for doing tracking for game 1. Let's see. Coming up ahead on the ZSR schedule, there's not much left on the schedule. We do have one final Z2R race tonight. That'll be at 10:30 to 10 p.m. Eastern. That'll be TA 909 versus Hitman. That is a game 2 in the Brew Invitational between those 2 runners. Unsure of a restream right now. We don't quite have a crew, and it's a little late for me. We've also got this weekend a couple of Ocarina of Time Randomizer Standard Tournament qualifiers, last 2 for the Season 8, and another Brew Invitational match between Alsoa and Zarnax. Aside from that, we're going to be taking a bit of a break here coming up for the holidays. We'll be taking ZSR will be shut down from December 23rd through January 3rd for a little bit of a Christmas break slash holidays. So we're going to take a little bit of a break, and then we'll be back after that with more Z2R and more everything else Zelda. So if we don't see you again, happy holidays to everyone, whatever you might celebrate. GG's again to everyone, and stay warm, and we'll see you another time.